welcome to Herbalist and Herbs. My name is Harry Chrysikis. The subject of today's short video is raising cellular antioxidant levels. Now, many people are aware of the name antioxidant. They're not exactly sure of what it means or what it does, but it's not terribly complicated, and it's a very important piece of information in terms of maintaining one's health on a cellular level. Now, most people understand that antioxidants are in food and that you can get them from your diet. And also you can get them in supplement form, such as CoQ10 or vitamin C or vitamin E. But what I want to discuss is the antioxidants that we make inside our cells, intracellular antioxidants, and these are extremely important in maintaining the health of the cell and therefore our lives in general. Now, when these antioxidant systems don't work properly, we get chronically ill. And in all of the major diseases, you will find this kind of a problem. There will be reduced intercellular antioxidants being produced to protect the cell on the inside. Now, when the cell is functioning, it produces a lot of byproduct, and those byproducts are called free radicals. Those free radicals are unstable molecules. They're missing an electron in their outer ring. Now, they're dangerous because in order to stabilize themselves, they pull an electron from anything. That includes anything inside the cell, including the DNA, which of course, if you do that, you can create a mutation. Now, the intracellular antioxidants protect our cells from that kind of damage because it can not only damage the DNA, but it can damage the cell membrane and any of the other little structures that are inside the cell that are important to the life of the cell. So it's important to neutralize those things, those free radicals. And what neutralizes a free radical is an antioxidant. And the way an antioxidant does it is it lends an electron to the unstable free radical and stabilizes it. And then stops the danger of it damaging anything that it comes in contact with and ultimately gets rid of the free radical as well. Now, in the cell, our primary cellular antioxidant is called glutathione. Now, it's kind of an odd name, but that's its name. And it consists of 3 amino acids: cysteine, glycine, and glutamine or glutamic acid. Now, normally we have enough of those 3 amino acids in our body that the cell can pick them up and make that antioxidant out of them. But when we're sick for a long time, things start to go wrong. And one of the things that goes wrong in that combination of 3 amino acids is cysteine becomes depleted. So in order to supply the cell with enough raw material to manufacture the glutathione, the strategy is to give it cysteine. Now, if you try to give a person glutathione in its whole form, or even what they call a reduced form, and that includes liposomal glutathione, the molecular structure is so large when you take it in orally that in your bloodstream, when it tries to get into the cell would have to break it down and then reform it inside the cell. And this is not a very efficient methodology. So especially in people that are chronically ill, who are already compromised in their energy, you want to be able to build it from the inside out so it doesn't have extra work to do. And the way to do that is simply to supply the body with a sufficient amount of cysteine. Now, there's a couple of ways to do that. One is through very high quality whey powder, of which there is not many brands that make that. The other one is something as simple as N-acetylcysteine that you can add as a supplement into your diet. Now, glutathione protects the cell from a number of things and also is involved in a number of processes of detoxification. It's involved in a lot of cells in our body, but it's particularly rich in the liver. And in the liver, it detoxifies a lot of very toxic things, including estrogens. Now, to get back to the cell on the cellular level, the other antioxidants that we have besides glutathione are superoxide dismutase and catalase. These are also crucial, and most of these things that happen inside the cell in terms of the production of free radicals have to do with the production of energy in the cell. They call it cellular respiration. Now, during cellular respiration, the cell produces a lot of free radicals. And one of the things that quells it, I mentioned already, and is an important factor, is glutathione. But there are other byproducts that are produced that glutathione does not handle, and that must be handled by these 2 other enzyme systems. And one is called superoxide dismutase, and the other one is called catalase. Now, superoxide dismutase can be, again, manufactured by the cell if it has the proper raw materials. But again, under the situation of long-term duress, which is what a chronic disease really is, the body becomes depleted and loses its ability to do things correctly. So you have to compensate and help it. So one of the things to do in terms of applying natural medicine to this is the use of adaptogenic herbs. These are a core therapy in many of my approaches and my protocols, especially in the treatment of chronic disease. Now, when you use an adaptogenic herb, there's only a small class of them, maybe 30 to 40 herbs that occur worldwide. But there are ones that particularly suit Americans well. And the one that I would choose to use in this situation would be something like ashwagandha, or something like a Chinese herb called heishu wu, or what's known as fo tai. Both of them will help raise superoxide dismutase levels. Now you can use ginseng as well, that will do it as well. It will also raise glutathione levels. Now try to remember, you're raising the antioxidant level in the cell to protect the cell from the inside out. Now, not only do these enzymes get made inside the cell, but they also get made around the cell, in the matrix around the cell, to protect it also. So it's crucial that there's enough of these basic elements for the body to manufacture these things, in the cell and just outside of it as well, and in the bloodstream, and of course in the liver as well. But down on a cellular level and a localized level, it needs all those nutrients to convert and turn into these kinds of antioxidants that are crucial for the health of the cell. The catalase can also be raised with the use of adaptogenic herbs. And in one of my later videos, I'm going to be speaking about adaptogenic herbs specifically because I think they're so unique and so amazing that I've been using them for decades, and they really produce amazing results. But in this program, they form a core therapy in terms of raising all of those things that I mentioned, which is glutathione, superoxide dismutase, and catalase. Adaptogens alone will do it. But with the addition of certain things, you can enhance the effect. Whey powder being one of them. High quality whey powder, which again is very hard to find. Anyway, if you want more information, you can tap into my website.